Call all Yom Yahweh Shemel Shai B'Shem Rekakodesh. All praises, honor, and glory to our power Yahweh Shemel Shai B'Shem Rekakodesh, and give a double honors to the elder apostles and elder bishops of Great Millstone who well. Peace and salutation to you elect. Shemel Mappa is a Mappa from the Great Millstone Plaintables camp located here in the city of Philadelphia. Just coming with another wee lesson. You have it here, some of the current event, which I seen this the other day on social media, but what you pretty much had here is a stabbing. Okay, spirit of vengeance struck. Okay, spirit of vengeance struck. As we do know, you're not just a person. All right, you're more than just a physical. There's actual spirit within you. Okay, and you have it where people have spirits on them. All right, and they do different things. All right, you have left hand and right hand spirits that influence the actions in which we do, which is all sanctioned by the Most High Yahweh. There's only begotten Son Yahweh Shai. All right, the rest of the Malachim, the angels that's carrying this out. Okay, so we'll just go into this.
Surveillance video of the deadly
fair use warning only this footage for educational purposes only.
Stabbing on a light rail in South End. The recent random attack has renewed security concerns on public transit in the Charlotte area. And because the video is so disturbing and violent, we're choosing not to show it in its entirety. Queen City News anchor Robin Kennedy joining us here in the studio to give us more on this breaking development. Robin.
Right, Alicia, and the part of the video that we are showing you is just incredibly hard to watch. We do want to give you just a moment to look away if you think you might need to before we show this video. And we are choosing to air part of the video so that people can understand how random this attack was and how it just could have been anyone on that light rail. The suspect, DeCarlos...
It's not random. It's all, of course, changed by the Lord. Okay, Amos, the 3rd chapter tells you, and in verse, the 3rd chapter, verse 6, it says, "Shall a trumpet be blown in the city, and the people not be afraid? Shall there be evil in the city, and the Lord hath not done it?" Okay, we know that the Lord hath done it because pursuing to Isaiah, this is Isaiah chapter 45 and 7. It says, "I form the light and create darkness. I make peace and create evil." This was a created evil. I, Yahweh, do all these things. Obviously, you go into create goes into Bara'ah, which Bara'ah goes into to shape or fashion or form. So the Lord actually formed and directed this event to happen. Okay, because this is a form of an evil that it was brought to a particular individual. On both parts, you have individual, be in prison. Individual, I'm not sure if the person is actually hurt or meaning deleted. I know she's hurt, but if she passed on, that was all the Lord's doing. Okay, so the Yahweh do these things. Okay, Aisha meaning to perform. Okay, produce. Okay, prepare. All right, not sure if it actually says perform, but you have it. Okay, put in order. The Lord set this to happen. Okay, so it wasn't random. The Lord, as he says, I wound and he heals. Okay, Deuteronomy 32 and 39. "See now that I, even I, am he, and there is no God with me. I kill and I make alive. I wound and I heal. Neither is there any that can deliver out of my hand." So, there You know, it wasn't a person that like, oh, I could have saved their life if I was there. That has to be sanctioned. The saving or the delivering, not to all, you know, had to be if the Lord wanted that. Okay? Because deliver, when you go into not to all, it goes to from enemies or troubles or death. Okay? So it's all of the Lord. You know, everything that we do have to and face and go through, that's all, of course, chosen by Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai. All right, so none that can deliver, all right, out of my hand, out of the Lord's power, okay, or Yud, all right, strength.
Brown is already on the light rail when the victim, Irina Zarutska, gets on Friday, August 22nd, right around 10 p.m. Brown sits behind her for about 4.5 minutes. He doesn't seem to look in her direction at all, doesn't even seem to notice she's there until suddenly, out of nowhere, he pulls out a knife. Zarutska has no idea what's coming. The suspect quickly stabs her 3 times and then just walks off as if nothing happened, leaving her to die. So sad. And Brown changes clothes and runs off the light rail at the very next stop.
And that's just that. The scriptures also tell us that because a lot of people will say that this is a good person. Even Yahweh Shai, he even said, and that man being Yahweh Shai, the only begotten Son of the Most High, he said this, and Yahweh Shai, which he was a perfect man as in that incarnation. All right, another reincarnations, he committed different offenses. That's another lesson for another time. But if he had even said this, in Yahweh Shai, which is in the red letter, said unto him, why callest thou me good? Right? Because he was called a good master. There is none good but one, that is the Most High, and that's Yahweh. All right, and that even goes to show you that the Most High and His only begotten Son are 2 separate entities. All right. So, you know, you have it. It also says this in Job 4:7. Remember, I pray thee, whoever perish being innocent, or where were the righteous cut off? All right, and you have it. The perish, which is a bud, which is just to vanish, right? Like obviously, like how she has, you know, of a divine judgment, a bud, or abad, right? Like we say abad babal. Okay. Yeah. So, you know, you have it. You know, this is a judgment that was sanctioned, be carried out here on earth. You know, and the Lord put spirits on the individual to then take this other individual that came to Babylon to receive judgment. Okay. Straight judgment. Okay, so when you look into this particular individual, you know, you have it, a Ukrainian refugee. You know, a lot of these individuals are coming from these areas where Esau, Edom, as you know, wage war on, okay, because the Russians are Edomites, okay, and you know, you do have Israelites that are scattered amongst them, but Irina Zaruska, you know, and she came to Babylon for judgment, and that's the understanding, okay, she came to Babylon for judgment, all right, straight up, that's it, that's what she came here for. Okay, just on a cell phone, you know, your pod woman, you know, looking woman, right? But you know, she came straight up for judgment. Okay. pulled out the blade and everything. All right, with a Jake that has a hoodie on, and there's no security personnel or present. And this is another reason why they're gonna come with, you know, the warlike law and bring you know, of course, the force, you know, in these cities because of these individuals well, doing things of this sort, which the Lord putting that spirit out there, but also too, and they're bringing forth this to bring forth the power, you know, the M law or martial law, okay, and the problem, reaction, solution. So this is a problem. The cities are, you know, plagued by, you know, these people with mental health issues, and they need, of course, to be policed by force, and the force is by the sword, by, you know, of course, you know, the military men, okay, which will be policing these cities. So I'm gonna leave it at that for this, and we'll go into a second part, you know, and that'll be it, because I have an article. So shalom to the elect.